Welcome to the Patriots lab, where we ain't even trying to make them liberals mad. Cause freedom of speech is what us individuals have. It's the gift when we gab, talking about things that the brainwash cannot mentally grasp, like staying loud and waving our American flags. This is for the free thinkers, wearing their MAGA and wearing the cags. Draining the swamp is the ultimate goal, but the sheeple will swear it's a fad, like it's just a phrase. But when we show them the facts, the fools got nothing to say, and deep government state wanna get up in our face, but hasn't done it yet cause Trump's in the way, trying to protect us from a troublesome fate. And because of that, we'll never lose our faith, plus God keeping us cool and safe. But I still hope we get 4 more years so we could throw a huge parade. I can see it now, Patriots on a float, and POTUS will go down in history as one of the GOATs. For making the swamp pay for taking every one of his votes. His enemies are the cancer, whether or not Trump give him the smoke. Now relax, sit back and take notes, as we kick facts with the homie Ray though. Speak your mind in the Patriots lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots lab, where we ain't even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said speak your mind in the Patriots lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said, speak your mind in the Patriots lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. Speak your mind. It's freedom time. Without even trying to, we make them liberals mad.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good afternoon, people, Patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be. Welcome to a Thursday afternoon edition of the Patriots Lab. Let me just go ahead and finish getting these out, and we will go ahead and get into today's broadcast. I did send out some links, so I should be having some guests here momentarily, I believe. But until then, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so y'all can get them instant notifications. Also, follow your man on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Instagram, MeWe, X, and you know the rest. I'm just getting everything together here. I'm a little clumsy this morning. I'm going to have to give it some time, I see. But we're going to get into the actual and factual, and we're going to get into our first clip here in a minute. Got to make sure everything is right. The apparatuses don't like to act right sometimes. But is it just me? But shout outs to Godfather George. He brought up a great point the other day on one of his posts. We are being shadow banned like a mother, and it's starting to get kind of difficult communicating with a lot of people. I'm noticing that, especially on my platform. I notice my views have dropped drastically, but we keep grinding and doing what we're supposed to do as faithful servants to the fight, to the struggle, whatever you call it. And we have Jen, the homeschool mom, Woodruff, with us this morning. Good
Hello.
morning. Good afternoon. Well, no, it's morning your time, afternoon my time. How are you?
Good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. here, and
It
I
is
believe it's noon.
It is noon. It is noon here. So everybody that's up, grab yourself a morning cup of coffee. And I am glad Jen is here because she is right on time. Because we are just about to slip into our first video. And then, as we do all the time, we'll come back and critique it. But in the meantime, in between time, let's roll it. This one's about man's best friend.
A police officer separated from his longtime canine companion is hoping his former department will make a reunion possible just in time for the holidays. Reporter Tino Bovenzi from our Cleveland station has the story.
The Hagen family is getting ready for the holidays without one of its beloved members.
We're heartbroken. We feel like our home is empty without Igor. It's not the same. It's very upsetting. The whole situation is upsetting.
Danielle Hagen is married to Shaker Heights officer Chad Hagen, who has served as a canine handler since 2018. His companion Igor has been with him every day.
He's been with us for our first home, our forever home, marriage, the baby. he's a family member and we're lost without him.
But that bond has been broken after Hagen decided to pursue a position at another department closer to home.
His commute is very far to Shaker, and it was just a family move for him to be closer to family. You know, the city that he is going to, he has family in that city. It's just the better option for him as a family.
When a handler leaves a police department, often the canine is retired and allowed to live with his handler. But since Igor is 6.5, the department deems Igor as fit to serve for 3 to 4 more years. Chief Wayne Hudson tried to negotiate terms for Officer Hagen to stay on for 2 more years, after which Igor will be allowed to retire. But Officer Hagen declined that offer, instead counter-offering to purchase Igor for $10,000. But that offer was declined by the city because the chief does not have the right to sell the dog under city law. Igor has been in a kennel since November 29th.
He's probably missing Chad more than anything. It's just terrible. Like, when is my dad coming back to pick me up? It's upsetting because Chad has done everything ever asked of him of that police department for the past 7 years that he has been there. And it's just very unfortunate that he's getting treated this way.
The city estimates it could cost up to $20,000 to purchase and train a replacement. In a statement posted to Facebook, Shaker Heights police say the chief is empathetic to the family's feelings about Igor, but hold community safety as the top priority. Quote, "It is the responsibility and priority of the chief and the city's administration to protect the safety of the citizens of the city. Any attack on the judgment and character of the chief on this issue is unwarranted and unjust." A Change.org petition has been started to influence the city and department to change its decision. A Facebook support page called Bring Canine Igor Home is also rapidly growing.
We just want our best friend back. I mean, my husband's best friend, he's lost without him.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
So obviously y'all know where I got that clip from. I got it from News Nation. But what's striking about this is that this officer is basically relocating. He's leaving the police department. He doesn't like the city or whatever area he lives in. So him and his family, he has decided to relocate, has an opportunity to get another job with another police department where he is going to be residing, and wanted to bring his dog, and not to put his dog back to work, but to retire his dog. And
Wow.
basically, word on the street is that they are just being spiteful. That this is all about politics. Like, come on, you can't go out and get another German Shepherd. Really? Now, I'm not saying the dog isn't smart or anything like that, but come on. You know, even we're replaceable. It's just spite. And during the holiday season, it just goes to the depths of the incompassion, if that's a word, that people have, the insensitivity that people have,
Right.
the spitefulness that people have, the bitterness that people have. You can just come up with all kinds of words for people like that. What do you think, Jeff?
I think that they're partners. They were trained together. They are a mighty force together. You cannot do that. It reminds me of what they did in Afghanistan when they separated the soldiers from their dogs. They worked together like hand in glove. And what this city is doing, this police department, it's borderline animal cruelty. It is. He's alone in the dog, Igor, is alone in a cage at a pound. That's crazy. I think they need to start find a good lawyer and slap that police place with an affidavit. Seriously. And I know I'm a Christian, and they say, oh, Christians aren't supposed to sue. Really? Does it say that in the Bible? I didn't see it. But if you're going to offend my family, I will sue you. And to that police officer, that's his family. They work together. You don't separate the two. That is cruel and unusual punishment for nothing. That's crazy.
It is. It is. Good afternoon, Steve Lazarowski. Junior. Good afternoon, Thomas F. Horner. Good afternoon, Mary Pine, Branch Crew, Tammy Pereira, Judith Hall, Darren Morgan, Bonnie Theismann Drake, Bruno Silva, Justino, Lisa Estates Hanley. Good morning.
Awesome.
Good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. We were just starting off with a touching story, I believe, with everything that going on around the world and in the country. I think that this is one of the less tragic of them all, even still tragic.
Right.
It's crazy, but hopefully, maybe, just maybe, that they can go home, these people that said no, and just maybe they might get touched with the Christmas spirit. Just maybe the Holy Spirit might come down and just give them a dab of the Christmas touch on them, and maybe they might have a change of heart. It's getting notoriety. They got a fund going. It's funny how things change when notoriety and attention is brought to certain situations.
Right. When it gets price on it, right?
It's
good.
crazy. It's crazy. Where do we go? There's a lot of people having parties. I put a post up the other day about a party, me and my wife went to back in, I believe, 2005. One of the old parties I was having. Now, you got parties where they be like BYOB, bring your own bottle and everything. And then you got parties where, some people just ain't invited. You have fights with people or something, and you're
Right.
like, yo, you can come to the party. What's up, DJ McClain, little brother? You can come to the party, but hey, you can't bring so-and-so with you. Don't bring so-and-so. If so-and-so come with you, you ain't getting in.
You have your own party.
And then you can have parties where, hey, if people drink and get drunk, you can't come. But yo, there was a Christmas party. Now I was able to go. I don't know if you was able to go. And the reason I say I don't know if you was able to go, let me see if I can bring it up here. We'll critique it after the fact. But go ahead and roll it. This shit is, you can't make this up.
In Boston, the mayor there is Michelle Wu. She's facing backlash over a party exclusively for, quote, electeds of color. So her office sent an email invitation to all city council members instead of just those of color. And then the mayor later had to defend that party invite last night. Watch.
Given some of the strife that exists, though, in this council, are you concerned this lends itself at all to further divisiveness?
No, I mean, again, this is a group that has been in place for many, many years. We want to be a city where everyone's identity is embraced and that there are spaces and communities that we can help support.
Okay, all right, so we embraced Harloff and Tyrus. I should say minutes later, someone from the office sent an email out. This is what it read. I want to apologize for my previous email regarding a holiday party for tomorrow. I did send that to everyone by accident, and I apologize if my email may have offended or came across as so. Sorry for any confusion this may have caused.
But basically, it still is like, if you're white, you're not invited.
And if this happened at any company in America, what would the HR department say then?
The same thing that I'm saying right now. You need to resign. Like this is the most disturbing thing. Is the apology is for getting caught. That's the biggest. That should be the big red flag. And then when questioned on it, it was like, we want to make sure there's a safe place for everybody, unless of course you're white, because you're not welcome at a Christmas party. Your constituents are not just people of color. They're white people that have voted you in. But when you do this, You don't look at the consequences. If I was a white nationalist right now, I'd be saying, I told you. See, this is what happens. They are after us. All the negative stuff that you see on the extreme sides of things, this is the same thing. The only difference is because it's white people, and white people allow this BS to go down. If I was a white person as her staffer, I'd quit. I'm not working for someone like that. If that happened, if me and Jessica had a tall people only Christmas party, you think little Gutfeld would appreciate that?
And if y'all don't know who Greg Gutfeld is, y'all gotta watch him on the 5. He is hilarious. He is only about 4'11" or give or take. But you know what? What has society come to? See, this goes to that. This goes to the opposite realm of what they try to call that white privilege. This goes to the realm of, once again, white people. Y'all have to feel bad for shit your ancestors did hundreds of years ago. Y'all still got to pay the price.
Wow.
So guess what? Y'all can't bring your asses to the Christmas party this year. No, Santa ain't rocking with you this year. Ain't no ho 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 going on at the Christmas party for you this year. You ain't gotta go out and buy no outfit. You ain't gotta worry about getting your hair done this year. No, you ain't gotta worry about getting no babysitter for the kids this year. Can you tell I know a little bit of something about that? You ain't gotta worry about none of that. So go get yourself a nice bottle of wine, white people. And while they're at the Christmas party partying with the company that you helped build and the contract that you closed for the boss man and all that stuff, while they partying off your sweat, you just sit home with a nice bottle of sangria or whatever your favorite bubbly is, and you just celebrate Christmas and say, now, if you were like me, you light up one, and being that I'm on YouTube and Twitch, you say, fuck that job. Yeah, and go back to work the next day with your head held up high and look the boss in the eye and say, did you have a good time last night? I hope so.
Because that was a civil rights violation. Oh, you're brave. It was a civil rights violation. They can't do that, especially being in the position that she's in. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that they all didn't just walk out. That was ridiculous. I would have felt like, is this a test? Are they testing us? Seriously? That is so outrageous. To put that in writing, that's crazy. And here we go, back to the suing. I wouldn't sue, but that is very suable.
See? And you're right, Jen.
Crazy.
That goes to the point of everything that has been going on in our society.
Right.
Where is the backbone of the majority of the American people? Just instances when the girl is on the diving board platform and there's 12 of y'all up there and y'all see one ain't like the others.
Right.
Why don't y'all all step down? See, we have to start figuring out somehow and understanding that we have the power. They only let what we allow them to get away with.
Good point.
If we stand as one in situations and let them, that's why I just made the point when I go to the boss man the next day, I tell him, how was your night? My night was great. And then you walk away and you leave him bewildered because he's waiting to fire you. He's waiting for you to be mad. He's waiting, and you just give him the different response.
Right.
And you mess him up. you mess up because he don't know how to approach you. No time. Now he's like, man, that shit
Right.
him. Shit.
We have been psychologically trained to sit down, shut up, don't rock the boat. And so we just follow suit, and that's what we do until it gets uncomfortable. Like you're talking about the swimming between the beast, what was her name? Leah Thompson and Riley Gaines. That was ridiculous. And seeing them, she was so pleasant. She took second place. And seeing them stand up, the guy, he was so tall. He is so tall. Leah Thompson. And then there's Riley Gaines, who should have won it. That was her dream. And she has both of her hands together and she puts them on her face and she tilts to the side just to have a pleasant picture. And she's smiling, and you know she's thinking, everyone knows I should have won this. He's cheating because he sucks in his own division. So he had to come to mine and take your ribbon. There you go. That was so wrong. But you're right. Where were the other women swimmers? Why didn't they say, oh, this is trash, we're done, and walk out? That's what we have to start doing, is walkouts. It's the only way to get their attention. I don't know what's going to go on with the next, oh God, April 15th, the next tax day, when people are going to finally stand up and say, no, this is not right. I mean, taxation with representation, and it still is ridiculous. I can't believe how long it's gone on, and I'm with everyone else. We don't know what to do. What do you do? Say no and then get arrested and put in jail because you didn't pay your taxes. What do you do?
Yeah, because we all don't have the last name Biden now. So, we all just can't take our hard-earned money and go out and buy luxurious things and just say the hell with the tax man. Because, the IRS or be up our ASS in a matter of MINSs. So we already know that. But speaking about taxation with no representation, we're going to talk about somebody who, and this is I don't know how many times we can go and say this is a sad day. But if the average ordinary person, if I woke up one day, if I had if my son came home, he got in some trouble prior, and he go to jail, and I bond him out and everything, and he had a court date, and he came to me day of the court date and said, Dad, I ain't going to court this morning. But what I will do, Dad, I'll go stand outside the courthouse steps, and I'm going to go out there and plead my case.
Oh my God.
Know how fast the damn courthouse security guard will snatch my little black ass up and throw some cuffs on me. But I say that to go ahead and show this. Most of you seen it already, but I'm going to show it for those who haven't, because that's what I do. And then me and Jen will come back and have to, not willingly, but forcefully, critique. Yeah.
Answer at a public hearing any legitimate questions Chairman Cooper and the House Oversight Committee may have for me. I'm here today to make sure that the House Committee's illegitimate investigations of my family do not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies.
That's lie number one. Ain't nothing about these investigations illegitimate. Everything is of, right now, at this moment, what we call probable cause.
Right.
And I'm here today to acknowledge that I've made mistakes in my life.
And we all.
And wasted opportunities,
we all.
Privileges I was afforded.
Mm-hmm.
For that, I'm responsible.
Yes, you are.
For that, I'm accountable.
Yes, you are.
And for that, I'm making amends.
No, you're not. Not yet.
But I'm also here today to correct how the MAGA right has portrayed me for their political purposes.
Why? So he wants to get out here. This is what he wanted to do in public. Being that Comer and them didn't want to do it with him, he said, fuck it, I'm going to go in it alone. I'm going to do it myself. The mega Republicans, the Make America Great Again. Well, you know, he is speaking right. He's speaking truth. This is what the Make America Great Again Republicans want. You're right. Keep going.
During my battle with addiction, my parents were there for me. They literally saved my life. They helped me in ways that I will never be able to repay. And of course, they would never expect me to. And in the depths of my addiction, I was extremely irresponsible with my finances.
He was extremely irresponsible with his finances. So, he's admitting that he made the money. So the money is there. He's admitting that the money was being made.
But to suggest that as grounds for an impeachment inquiry is beyond the absurd. It's shameless. There's no evidence to support the allegations that my father was financially involved in my business because it did not happen.
Oh.
Here I am, Mr. Chairman, taking up your offer when you said we can bring these people in for depositions or committee hearings, whichever they choose. Well, I've chosen. I am here to testify at a public hearing today to answer any of the committee's legitimate questions.
After you defy the subpoena.
Yeah.
You already asked them. They already asked them, Jen.
Wow, we have seen proof of checks that Hunter signed, his uncle Jim has signed over on the island next to Epstein Island. Just 10%. We see how much they make on their deals, these $400 million deals, and then let's get a smaller number. Let's say it's a $40,000 deal. Okay. And then we see another check with their names on it signed to the big guy, Joe. And we've seen the checks with 10%, which is what? $4,000. $4,000 of 40. We've seen them. How many checks have we seen that is exactly 10% of what he's made in his business deals? And he says his father has no part in it. We've seen you guys on phone calls talking, we've seen them in the Oval Office and we hear the phone call and we know. I don't understand how someone can be this guilty and defy the law on his own terms. And he's so happy to answer any questions they have. No, you're not. If you were, you would be in the house being subpoenaed. This is ridiculous. It's like the law is for us, not for them. It's sick. Sorry, go ahead, Ray.
Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics, expose their baseless inquiry, or hear what I have to say.
Now, if y'all didn't pay close attention to what he said Republicans do not want y'all to hear. Who were the ones who had the secret basement impeachment meetings and didn't allow any Republicans to be on the panel? Who were the ones that wanted to do everything in secret? Do you see how it, once again, since the beginning, they're so dumb. They cannot create one original idea. Everything they talk about and everything that they accuse the Republicans of,
Right.
they're the ones doing it. That's how come they can talk about. They're doing it. They're doing it. He said the exact same. Well, go ahead, finish so I can finish with you.
What are they afraid of?
Oh,
I'm here. I'm ready.
missed your point.
Are you going to let the greedy heating companies and their
Wow.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. This, and I'm just going to piggyback off of what you were just saying. The audacity, the galls that it takes when the American people already know the truth. That is, I don't care if you're Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz,
Right.
I don't care what type of doctor you are. You cannot diagnose this shit right here. This right here is some new. It's like that little kid that climbed into the kitchen, went up on the counter, got some cookies, ate the cookies, heard his parents coming in, came down off the counter real quick, forgot to put the lid on the cookie jar. Mom walk in the kitchen, say, "Was you eating these cookies?" And you like, "No," and you got cookie crumbs all over your face and stuff. And you're like, "No, I wouldn't." And you even got some in the side of your jaw you forgot to swallow because they caught you too quick. You're like, "No, I wouldn't eat no cookies." These people,
That's so fun. Right.
it's past. We have to find a new word, Jen. Because
Yeah.
it's past sad, it's past ridiculous, it's
Past obvious. It's past
yeah.
It's pure narcissism, but it's hiding in plain sight. It's ridiculous. That's basically what it is, but you're right. It's worse. It needs a better connotation. It's
Oh,
almost mind control. That's what it is. You know that scene when they're trying to get into a place, these are not the droids you're looking for. And they're like, "Oh, okay. These are not the droids we are looking for. This is not what we think it is."
it is crazy. Yes, it is retarded. Let me throw that up there. Retarded spelled Democrat. I didn't say that. Somebody said that. Kerry Randolph, good afternoon. We just been looking at some clips on here. Oh, and I don't. But you know what? It comes to find out that his dad knew. So his dad was like, just like, "Okay, go ahead and defy the subpoena, bro. You know, I got your back. You know, go ahead and break the law." It's wow. The president is like, "Yo, go ahead and break the law. I've been doing it. Go ahead, no problem. You know, this is how we get down. This is what we do." They trying to use the Jedi mind trick. Yeah, they got to be trying to
Yes.
use the Jedi mind trick. I mean, something,
crazy.
because they are. It's like they can start floating through the air 6 feet off the ground right now, and it wouldn't surprise me, bro. It wouldn't surprise me. They can stop walking and just start floating everywhere they go, and I'd be like, "Yup, that's them damn Democrats. They're able to do shit other people just can't do." I mean, right now, but it's he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get impeached. That's another sad story we'll be having to cover down the line shortly, because the Democrats, do they have a soul? Do they have a heart? I mean, not a hardened heart. Do they have a real one that pumps? And can they? This is what I can't understand about the Democrats. Now, I understand being all for one for all. When one go, we all go. I understand all that slogan shit and everything. But at the end of the day, are y'all all immoral? I'm not talking about your constituents. I'm not talking about that, because if we just go off of what the court of public opinion is now saying, they can give a damn about y'all. Yeah, your own. They can give a damn. I'm talking about the leadership, the people in leadership. Are y'all all just immoral? It can't be. I used to be a Democrat at one time. It just can't be. Either walk away or stand up and say enough is enough. But damn, y'all all can't just have a hardened heart. I'm trying to understand this. Because right now, it's known as the Democratic Party as a whole. There are no breakoffs. There's nobody in the Democratic Party, Jen, that we can say, oh, that one ain't that. Yeah, that one ain't. Yeah, okay, that one, yeah, that one. No, it's like, damn, all y'all a-holes?
I don't know. RFK is doing a great job. He separated himself. He's running as independent, and the Democrats are scared because they're like, that's gonna pull votes from Biden. And I'm like, cool, that's great. RFK, his uncle was JFK. His dad was assassinated. His uncle was assassinated. And I just pray he's not assassinated, because he actually is one of the tried and true old fashioned Democrats of my grandfather. He would have been so proud of him. But Bob Alinsky is Biden's good friend. And before Biden even took his seat at the White House, Bob Alinsky did a piece with Tucker Carlson, and Tucker said, well, what would happen? What's going to
Okay, are they trying to freeze my homeschool teacher? I know it's cold, but it can't be that cold where she done got froze through the
I'll be
system.
right back. Let me reboot. When things
Okay.
go bad, my hubby always says reboot when in doubt.
Okay, it's that cold. She gonna go ahead and put on some boots. I think that's what she said. No, she's gonna go reboot. But it is so it's crazy. So, with the blessing of his dad, Hunter Biden defies the subpoena and literally goes out and just gives. I guess the only way I can explain it is he just went out and gave a crackhead statement. A crackhead meet. It was a crackhead session. That stuff right there is stuff that a crackhead does. They lie throughout the whole thing, blame everybody else for their problems, and try to just deny. This is my serious question, along with others. What, if anything, what was the family business? This is what we want to know. This is what gives them probable cause to do what they're doing. The Bidens aren't known for any type of family business. So why was Hunter Biden sitting on the board of Ukraine with no any no education of Ukrainian business. It defies logic. Why did the Russian oligarch send him millions of dollars and diamonds with no work history? It defies logic and common sense. Why is he flying around coattailing with his dad on Air Force 2 or 1, whichever one, but he was on it? You know? And the bottom line of it is, it goes back to the beginning. Why lie? That's the point. Why lie? Joe Biden lied. Once you lie, you're done. And he literally got caught in numerous. So everything else, don't try to say everything else is speculative or whatever that word is. To the person with no brain, it might be. And then when you have people that aren't interested in finding out either way, yay or nay, if it's actual and factual or not, that basically right there is saying you're just turning a blind eye because you know something's there. If you know nothing is there, you would be willing. This is human nature. You would be willing to clear yourself, to end all the scrutiny, all of the rumors, all to, just to clear your name. When you put obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and shell company after shell company and things and that, and when you don't even want to see if it's true or not, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, this was America. We have the right to know what's going on. The Democrats have the right to know who they're voting for next year. And I hope they're smart enough to understand that Joe Biden is just a figurehead of all things that are going on with the Democratic Party. So to not vote for Joe, but to still vote Democrat, you're continuing the process. And I just hope you know it. So you better figure out which way you're going to vote. Not who you're going to vote for, which way you're going to vote. What say you, Jen?
Wow, that's good. Votes have consequences, and stolen elections have consequences too. We've never seen this. I've never seen this kind of inflation and disregard for the rule of law. That's crazy. But I was bringing up before I tried rebooting Bobolinsky. I believe he's a friend of. Is he a lawyer as well? I don't know, but he's a friend of the.
He's and a business partner of Hunter Biden.
Okay, he was also a friend of. He goes back to the Clintons. Anyhow, he said on Tucker Carlson's show that if Biden gets accused of anything, he can just claim plausible deniability. And I remember Tucker Carlson saying, "Did you say plausible deniability?" And Bobolinsky said, "Absolutely." And he was really confident about that. And what plausible deniability means is that he's old and senile and he just had a senior moment. Sorry. It's like you get away free. It's a get out of jail free card. And so he was shocked that that that's what he said, but I swear, I think they're all claiming plausible deniability, but they're not all seniors. I don't understand what's going on and how there can be no justice. I know that the statue for the Lady of Justice is blind, but that does not mean go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to say anything. She has a blindfold over her eyes because she's saying, you know, she's the one holding the two weights, measuring what's right and what's wrong. And the blindfold means she's not going to judge whether the perpetrator is man, woman, old, young, black, or white. She's just judging, you know, the acts to see what the balance, the scales of justice say. And I wish we could get back to that because this is getting crazy. It's like if you're rich and famous and a president or a president's family, you're elite, and that's wrong.
It is. It is. And we do need to get back to that. On a brighter note,
Yes.
Representative Sheila Jackson Lee has been defeated as mayor of the city of Houston. I want
Wonderful.
to congratulate the Mr. Man who did that great daunting task and defeated her. You got to look at these things as a big win. Because
Right.
a lot of these people think that they're put on a pedestal and they can never be defeated. But
Right.
people of the city of Houston, y'all have spoken. Y'all looking for a new direction. I commend you, Sheila Jackson Lee. That's just the first step of your downfall. Next, your Congress seat is coming, and that's getting ready to collapse right under you. So, if I was you,
Right, that's
I'd go
good.
ahead and get them financial papers in order, because you might be looking at a little bit of something. Who knows? Got anything to say about that before we move on to the next topic? I'm gonna roll the last video, but I'm gonna go ahead and cover a couple of things without videos. But you got anything to say about Sheila Jackson Lee being defeated in Houston, the city of Houston?
That's beautiful. I love that. Good news.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Where we at? Israel is not going to take over Gaza. So we already went through the phase of the Palestinians have nothing to come back to. Everything is in rumble. So what are they coming back to? But now they have footage and everything out there of Israeli flags being planted within the Gaza Strip, which means this shit now belongs to us. At least that's what my mind interprets.
Yeah, you're right.
And watching the people that had left Gaza, they are now, I never knew, they're living on the beach. They're building whole cities on sand next to the water. And see, this war shit is just another big masquerade. And this is the reason I say that. And I'll just leave it at this, and then you can piggyback off of this. If you say you are trying to eliminate, and this is for the people with common sense. If you ain't got no common sense, it'll go over your head. If you say you're gonna get your statement, your goal, you're going to get rid of Hamas, and you're stopping there in Gaza. What about the Hamas leadership that lives in Qatar? People, Patriots, Do you not just sit back sometime and say, you know what, we're being screwed? Because this makes no sense. So you're telling me, okay, why are you keeping you're keeping Hamas limited to Gaza when their leadership is in Qatar? So you must be getting ready to go bomb Qatar. That's what you're telling me. And you just ain't did it yet, and you just ain't told the people yet. Because if you really, truly, by your own admission, are going to get rid of Hamas, you got to go to Qatar. American people, why are we even sitting out here in these streets fighting? Oh, why are we not asking that question? No, they got us all small-minded, closed in on the news of the day. They got us focused in on the news, because you know what? If you wasn't focused in on the news of the day, you'd be like, damn, what the hell am I doing this shit for? What am I doing this for? You're lying to me. People, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be, pump the brakes. Why are y'all out here doing this? Whether you're Palestinian, Israeli, why are y'all doing this? Neither one of y'all are going to win. Y'all just pawns in another chess match. So you hear the Israelis talking about, okay, yeah, they really doing this because they're going to get rid of... You've killed over 18,000 people over there. And now the EU and everybody's talking about y'all got to stop. So what was it all for? So you can keep that shit you planted your flags on, huh? It ain't like you taking them flags out the ground. Those probably going to be Israeli police departments. Everywhere those damn flags are posted in the ground, in the dirt with it, and they got it all looking pretty and shit, nice big circle and shit. Look like a tractor did it and everything. Don't look like no human hands did it and shit. Ain't got no rocks holding it up. That shit is planted sturdy. We're here. Thank you.
Wow.
What's up, Jen?
It's insane. It's absolutely crazy. And I'm frustrated that our commander in chief at the time, I can't call him the P word. I call him resident. It drives me nuts. This should not be happening. And I can't stand that he's using our tax money to throw it at that war. And at the same time, he's giving it to Hezbollah, or what is it, Iran? He's giving it to Iranians. Plus, he's giving money in planes and supplies to Israel as we're still fighting, which I don't know why we ever got involved with Ukraine and Russia. It's so stupid. We have enough going on here, and so maybe he could claim plausible deniability, because this is a senior moment. You do not do that. Open your borders, fund both sides of two different wars, and then run for re-election. That's stupid. I can't believe, I won't even say the word, but I can't believe no one's taken him out. It's ridiculous. I can't believe how pacified we are. I'm shocked that the oil tycoons are even allowed him to shut down the XL pipeline. There were so many futures bought. Sorry, I think I buzzed out again. There were so many futures bought when we started that XL pipeline under Donald Trump. And you know who's the most mad about it? Canada, because they have tons of this iron ore they want to put through it, or petroleum distillates. That was the plan. And it's supposed to go all the way down to Texas, and they were going to refine it down in the Gulf. But he shut it down his first day in office with other things he did, such as he hadn't opened the border yet because we still had that, Title 41. And it's ridiculous. We're just sitting back and allowing. believe it. So I still call the number and people say, "Oh, you can't call Washington." Yes, you can. You can call them and you can complain. And then I know Randy Rhodes said about a month ago, he's like, "Oh, that ship has sailed. You can't petition. You can't." Yeah, you can, because the number is still up and running. The senators don't want you to call them to this number, and the message gets to them. So we have to keep calling that number. It's 202-224-3121. And that's how we can fight. It's better than being a keyboard warrior. And I love what you're doing. You know, these are they blog talk shows? I don't know, but it's getting the word out. And this is like the Patriot Voice. Love the show that Jerry does at night, the American Rebellion, just to be around like-minded people and to say there is a plan. You know, we're all trying to fight for the same thing, and I don't know how to stop it. What do you think?
Well, as we get ready to get into this last clip, I want to start off by saying this clip is just a small microcosm of what the justice system can do. Not when you're out in social media dealing with intimidation tactics, or when you're being used to serve for someone's political agenda. I'm going to go ahead and show this clip, and this will be the last clip. We'll go ahead and get into it after that. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it here. Y'all bear with me for a second. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Let me back out. All right. Here we go.
Okay, everyone can be seated. Juror number 4, are you the foreperson? Okay, you can stay seated for 1 second, ma'am, just so that you're aware. The order that I let the clerk's office know that we're going to receive the verdicts in is the order in which the defendants have been sitting around the table. So William Null will be first, Michael Null will be second, and Eric Molitor will be third. Okay, would the foreperson please rise? And would the defendants and their counsel please rise? Yes, Your Honor. Madam Clerk, if you would please receive, or I'm sorry, Madam Foreperson, I should confirm, we did get a note indicating that verdicts have been reached. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are they unanimous verdicts?
Yes, sir.
Are they unanimous verdicts as to each count for each defendant?
Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk, if you would please receive the verdicts.
Members of the jury, have you reached your verdict?
Yes.
And as to William Null, count 1, providing material support for an act of terrorism, what is your verdict? Not guilty. For William Null, count 2, possession of a firearm at the time of the commission or attempted commission of a felony, what is your verdict? Not guilty. As to defendant Michael Null, count 1, providing material support for an act of terrorism, what is your verdict? Not guilty. For Michael Null, count 2, possession of a firearm at time of commission or attempted commission of a felony, what is your verdict? Not guilty. As to Eric Molitor, count 1, providing material support for an act of terrorism, what is your verdict? Not guilty. For Eric Molitor, count 2, possession of a firearm at time of commission or attempted commission of a felony, what is your verdict? Not guilty.
Thank you. Madam Foreperson, ladies and gentlemen, as I described for you, there will be, ladies and gentlemen in the gallery, as the court instructed everybody, there will be no outbursts. There will be plenty of time for this in a few moments.
Okay. So if you aren't aware of who those 3 gentlemen were right there, y'all remember a couple years back when the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, whatever her name is, I guess today we can call her lying bitch. That's what we can call her. But this is what happens when everything is taken away from the mainstream media and everything is taken away from the narrative. These three gentlemen were coerced, manipulated. They got involved with some bad dudes. You might know them. Big brothers. They go by the name of the FBI. And they tried to say these men kidnapped or tried to kidnap. It's been a while, so y'all gotta forgive me. But it was somewhere in that area. But when you get the actual and factual, and you get some people with some common sense in a room together, that's what happens. Yeah, we have to understand what they went through in their lives to get to that point. And I say that, and I show that to say this. January 6ers. A couple of brothers up there I know. My sister Vicky, Queen of the Lab. Y'all will have your day. Y'all will have your day. And justice will be served, just like for those young men right there that were served. Because at the end of the day, like Jen was saying, Lady Justice is supposed to be blind. She's not supposed to see nothing, just good or bad, just wrong or right. For everybody. Level playing field. I don't care who you are. Daddy Biden.
Wow.
So it's a. I wish I knew the definition of apocalypse. I was about to use that, but we living in something. We living in a If you had to define it, where the ruling class rules or the wealthy rule and the middle class gets broken down to the lower class. I don't know. Something's got to happen. But to end, then I'm gonna give it to Jen so she can end. With everything that's going on with these wars, I was listening to a story, and it's fitting for what we're dealing with today. It was called the Truce of 1914. You ever hear about that?
No.
When the Germans and the British were at war, and the Germans in the midst of the night, or was it the British? Either way, I'll stick with the Germans. It was the Germans in the middle of the night. They got up and they started singing Christmas carols and all of that stuff. And the British soldiers across enemy lines heard them. And so they got up and, unbewildered, they crossed enemy lines. And the German soldiers were so surprised that they came in peace that they all started sitting down, drinking together, singing Christmas carols together for that one moment.
It's Christmas truce. Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
So
keep going.
If that can happen, if just for one moment, if we can just remember that it's just sad. I want to be reporting about football and shit like that, and great, amazing shit that that happened in this country. I want to be reporting about that. The first person to do this, the first person to do that. We witnessed this, we witnessed that. Somehow, with everything that's going on, society is continuing to go on like nothing is going on. It's amazing. It's amazing. They don't stop for a moment of silence at basketball games, football games, anything, just to be like, hey, let's just pump the brakes, give everybody their just due respect, and let's get down to this game. It bewilders me how life just can continue to go on for a majority. Why I'm stuck here wondering where the first bomb is going to land and when. Might be on one of those games. I don't know. It's sad because we don't know. We don't know because America refuses to be proactive. We rather be reactive. You know, when your government is telling you shit's about to go down, shit's about to go down. I don't know if it was you or somebody else saying that in the Muslim religion, their job is to prepare you and warn you before they're about to do something. And they do it.
They do.
They let you know. You don't give us money, 3 days, we chopping heads off. Yeah, they let you know.
2 points for honesty.
And then you don't give them the money, and then you in your little cubbyhole office in DC, and you watching the video camera like, oh shit, they gonna do it. They gonna do it. Cut the feed. Come on, man. These people don't give a damn about us. It's a damn shame. Harvard, over $1 billion mark. Still gonna go down with that Miss Gay chick. I don't know what it is. They are no longer the most prestigious university, at least not to Americans anymore.
Right.
You know, they willing to cut up their nose to spite their face, but they done lost $1 billion. So I guess they can afford to. I guess they ain't gonna afford to. What else do we have? We got migrants now boarding. I don't even want to show the video on that. It was migrants are now they found, well, they've been doing it for years, but now it's the thing. It's the thing now. You know when you do something but you don't always do it, but then when everybody doing it, it just starts becoming the thing. Well, now it's the thing. And y'all know I got a railroad right out here, right? They go by to call it the Trump train. Well, now the migrants have decided we're going to jump on the rail. We're going to jump on the freight liners.
Oh, my goodness.
So now it used to be the migrants would jump on the freight liners to get to the border. Now they jumping on the freight liners from the border to get into the United States. And do you know what's happening when they get caught? Because a couple got caught. They all don't get away. They get caught, some of them, but they're going to take that chance. You know what happens? They get a court date to appear a year out.
Oh.
A year out.
And they're going to lose it and forget. No one's going to show. That's
like,
scary.
You understand English? No English. All right. I want to see you back here next October. He's like, hey, next October. All right, next. Julio walk away like, what? He told me octopus? Okay, I'll go eat some octopus. You know, he ain't worried about coming back. Come on, man. That shit's once again. Games people play. I don't know if y'all remember that song from Houdini way back in the day. Games people play. But it's crazy. Really. What do you think about that shit?
It's overwhelming, and that's exactly what they wanted to do, overwhelm us, because we can't stop and fight one thing. It's everywhere. It's insane.
But do you know how
So
many people, Jen, don't even know a third of this shit that's going? They worrying about the view. They worrying about what time all my children come on. They worrying about getting the kids off the bus. You know, they worrying about shit. They
right.
ain't paying attention, and the ones that are paying attention, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I, I guess they think this shit gonna get better without their help. I'm hoping we gonna have to wait and see.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Now it comes that China has hacked dozens of the U.S. Utilities facilities. Um, these are water facilities. These are electrical facilities. People. These is what the people talking about on the news stations that I don't even never watch. But when I click on them and they sitting there talking about it and it's being actual and factual, I gotta bring it to you. Yes, China has hacked dozens of U.S. utility facilities, water facilities, electrical facilities. You think they doing that to assist us, to help us grow our shit? Hey, listen, while we were in your shit, we found out something that you can tweak to make it work a little bit better. You think they doing it for that purpose?
No. They're going to move more of them over here. They're infiltrating to set up home so they can bring everybody else over, and that's what they want to do. It's an infiltration. It's like an invasion, but we're not allowed to say that word anymore. That you can't even say the word invasion. Like what? Because it's in the Constitution, and they're like, it's not an invasion, it's immigration. No, it's not supposed to be. Trump always said, if you don't have borders, you don't have a nation. So I call that number every day to tell my senators, close the border. And whether it goes on deaf ears or not, at least they know we're saying, hey, it's open and it shouldn't be. Close it.
China, you're still up there. China is now building military bases in Cuba.
That's too close to Florida.
Americans.
I
I'm
know.
not making this shit up. It's my job to bring it to you. China is now building military bases in Cuba. Do I got the details? No, unfortunately, I don't have a correspondent on site down there. So once I hear it, I'll bring it to you, and then I'm sure I'll be looking into it and bringing you further updates on it. But far as now as we need to know, they building. Okay,
Right.
I don't know if it's an A-frame, U-frame, concrete, steel. I don't know if they broke ground. Hey, once they shake hands, I consider that they building. I don't know when they breaking ground though. Okay,
Right.
you know.
And whether they break ground or not, they're going to bring their tents. And they set up tents everywhere they go. All these people that are invading our country have compounds and tents. They're down in Texas. Now we have them over in Cuba, which is way too close to Florida. And it's got to stop. It's like we fell asleep. We closed our eyes, looked the other way, fell asleep when they started putting the Chinese police departments in big cities around America. There's one in Chicago, there's one in New York, there's a couple in California, and we're like, well, what are you going to enforce? You can't enforce your Chinese laws on us Americans here in the United States. They're not going to. They are planning on having more Chinese people move over here, and that's how they're going to control them. They're setting them up for future generations that are coming to live in America. We are being taken over. And we just look the other way and we're like, oh, we are the land of milk and honey and we will be kind. and welcome these immigrants. Why? We don't have to. Why does our country give so much money to other countries that are struggling? Is it really the kindness in our hearts, or did the politicians make backroom deals with them? Because it's ridiculous. I can't believe that Congress even voted on this whole Ukraine war. They just give them money. I mean, Zelensky has the guts to come to Washington, D.C., meet with the president, no matter what he's doing, to say, "Can I have some more money?" That is stupid. So we're all about the Revolutionary War today. So I'm sorry I didn't catch on to the. I always think of the truces in the ditches, and that was our biggest thing. And my kids like dug ditches in our backyard at one of our houses in Michigan. And it was funny because the neighbors were like, "What are they digging?" I'm like, "I don't know. They're kids. They just dig." And I couldn't say trench warfare because they'd be like, "You are weird. You must be a homeschooler." And so I totally get the Christmas in the trenches, and I didn't know the year. I thought it was, I don't know, sometime in 1904. I don't know. But anyhow, yeah, I'm very familiar with it, and they've acted it out many times. And it's crazy, but we have to do that again. This is a revolutionary time. What is going on is an invasion. And there is a free printable. It's on my Facebook wall if you want it. It's something, let's see. Here's a chat. It's on my Facebook wall. It's a pamphlet, and it's actually a pocket 10 amendments, and it has that number in it that I told you all about where you can contact Congress. Hold on, I'm trying to put my link to my wall. Please work. Paste.
I got it.
Okay. Anyhow, this is the pamphlet, and it would behoove you to print it in grayscale to save your printer ink. But anyhow, it says the Revolutionary War. This is a project we did with our kids. It was actually in Michigan, but the information's the same. And it shows when Americans won the Revolutionary War in 1776. And then I put the phone number, our phone number. I put the phone number of DC at the bottom because you can still call them. The number's running. When you call, they may or may not ask your name. They're going to ask what senator you're calling for. And I don't even know. They switch so many times. And I think I can't even pronounce our guy's name. I think it's Risk, but it's he has a strong German accent, and it's
Right.
Rische or something. And so I just give them my zip code, tell them where I'm calling for, and I leave a message. You never talk directly to the person. You always leave a message, but it's one of the ways we can fight. And these intolerable acts are the things that caused the original Revolutionary War. And they're happening again, just under different names. They were called intolerable acts or coercive acts to coerce us into war. And it's crazy. Like the taxes were so high on the tea, and that's what caused the Boston Tea Party when all the um, Sons of Liberty dumped all the boxes of wonderful tea in the Boston Harbor to say, "We're not paying for this. We don't care."
Don't worry, she's still with us. It get cold up there, and her electrical wires freeze up. They don't want to act right. But we did have a great show today. What else do we have while she unfreezes? It's kind of cold. I might have lost her for the day, but we did have a great show. Also, everything's crumbling. You got to pay attention. That's all. Letitia James, her case is just falling apart. She's about to be investigated on a whole new level. All these people that just have created massive crimes and It's crazy. I'm just looking over my notes, making sure I covered everything before we do wrap it up. And like I told y'all, she would defrost in a minute. I'll be looking into another show here. I'm gonna be doing a series. It's sad the days we live in because we can't talk about certain things. So I gotta try to find words that don't actually words I can use without, I don't know, fuck it. But we're gonna be talking about the COVID breakout because one thing that gets me is you can label us conspiracy theorists or what you want, people that talked about it. It's one thing if you got answers for us, even if they're lies. But it's totally another thing when you know that it's so obvious there's nothing you can say. See, they didn't go that route with the vid. See, not like Hunter's coming out saying my baller didn't have anything to do with it. See, with the vid, they didn't know what to say because too many people asked too many questions. So they just basically said, because people, you had doctors involved, scientists and shit. You had people of distinguished abilities that could come out and say shit against it. So rather than do that, they was just like, yo, don't say shit. We don't want y'all to say nothing. You don't talk about it. When was the last time? I can't remember. I don't know if there's another generation that could go back. When the government said, listen, shut up. Yeah, basically I had to be blunt. But that's what they did. With the election and with the vid. Shut up. I'll lock your ass up. You talk about it. Really?
Wow. That's good.
Really? Damn. Really? But so-and-so talk. Shut up. Well, can I at least ask what did I say? Well, can you at least, what the hell did I just say? No, you don't get no explanation. No. No. Okay, wait a minute. All right, you don't believe me? Yo, go ahead, go set some people up. Go ahead, go do that shit. We gotta make examples out of something, but I don't care they ain't do shit. Go get them. Y'all see what happened? That can be you. And then before you know it, you like, shit. I ain't saying nothing. Not your kid. Because last time I checked, living in America. Dun, 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 dun. I feel good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Hey, did y'all ever watch Rocky? That's James Brown. Living in America. Yes. Long as we ain't threatening nobody, we ain't doing nobody harm to nobody, we ain't touching the kids, we ain't, hey, last time I checked, we had the First Amendment. Last time I've been looking around, a lot of people being reminded about that Second Amendment. All the other amendments really don't matter, at least to me. Hell, you take away my first and my second, what can I do? You take away my ability to yell, and you take away my ability to defend myself. Y'all watch movies? If a bitch can't defend herself and a bitch can't yell, bitch gonna die. Yep, ain't nobody coming to help you. Nope, you're gonna hear my voice loud. We need help. We need help over here. America is committing suicide. Can we get some intervention? That's what happened when people go doing stupid shit on drugs, the family get involved, get intervention. America needs an intervention. We need to pull America to the sideline and say, yo, whoa, you know how you do the horse when the horse is getting out of control. Whoa, boy. Whoa. Because if you don't listen, I'm going to have to put you down. Go ahead and wrap it up for us, Jen, please.
Sure. Okay. The last thing I just wanted to say about that pamphlet is the last page of it. The third page is the Bill of Rights, which is your first 10 amendments that you were talking about, but the first and the second, and those are ours. and we gave them to ourselves. The government didn't give it to us. It's actually a list that we made to tell the government these are our rights, not yours. Back off. So I love your show, and thank you for giving me a voice on here to say let's stick together and take back our country. Thank you guys.
That's right. And before she goes, in case you don't have that info, this is what she is talking about right here. I can't expand this, but this is freedom of religious speech, press, assembly, and petition, rights to keep and bear arms in order to maintain a well-regulated militia, no quartering of soldiers, freedom from unreasonable search and seizures, rights to due process of law, freedom from self-incrimination, double jeopardy, rights of accused persons, e.g., right to a speedy and public trial, right of trial by jury in civil cases, freedom from executive bail, cruel and unusable punishment, other rights of the people, powers reserved to the states. People, Patriots, I want to thank Jen for tuning in today. Remember, catch me on all the major platforms, but in the meantime, in between time for me and Jen, the home teacher, Woodruff, it's been a great show. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Peace and love. We are out. Bye, Jen. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.